So you probably clicked this video because you have a pair of Euro plates coming, already have a set, and looking to mount it onto the car, but you don't know how to do it seamlessly and cleanly like we have here. So I'm going to show you how to do that using our mounting system. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the number plate. So when you first receive the plates, you may notice that these are a little bit different because there's no mounting holes on the plate. So there's two options, I suppose. One, you can drill matching holes in the plate and screw it to your car. Now that's not really ideal because one, you don't want holes in your brand new expensive plate. And in a lot of states, it's not legal to drill holes, especially through the letters. So that's a bit of a no. The other option is to tape this directly to the paintwork of the car. If you care about your car and you're a bit of a car guy, that's probably a no either, because when it comes to removal, it's impossible to do without damaging the car. That's when our number plate bracket and mounting system comes into play. You can either screw them on mechanically, and I'll show you how. You can use 3M tape and primer, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So now let's get unboxing, and I'll show you what's in here and the two different mounting methods you can use. So in our kit, it's quite comprehensive because there's a lot to unpack in here. First is a detailed set of instructions, which you probably won't need because I'll explain most of it for you. There's a drilling template for mechanical fixing, which I'll come back to as well. Of course, you've got the CNC machined aluminium bracket. You get the hardware, it comes with the Allen keys that you need, and a very comprehensive set of screws to suit various cars. You also get primer, tape, and adhesion promoter as well. So first, let's talk about the bracket and inbuilt features. Now this bracket has a lot of factory European mounting points inbuilt into the bracket. So for example, Volkswagen, Audi, their mounting points are within these slots and there's plenty for you to choose from. We've also incorporated Alfa Romeo mounting points and also Mercedes mounting points. Almost every European mounting point we've crammed into one design as best as we can. The bracket is also machined from a solid block of aluminium, so it's lightweight. Because it's so strong and thin, we're also able to tap the thread into the bracket, so there's no need for any nuts or bolts to go behind it, therefore lowering the profile. We've also managed to make it a little bit smaller than the plate too, so when you mount the plate on, it's going to be seamless and pretty much invisible from when you're looking at your car from behind. We've also incorporated additional slots here for any holes that dealerships may put on your car from previous plates. We've also put in a little relief cut there, so if you need to bend the bracket to contour to the car slightly, that will help you bend the plate and the bracket. And also there's little markers all over the bracket to help you center the bracket as best you can too. When it comes to hardware, the instructions has a whole range of different ways to fit it to different cars. So we've also include a range of hardware to suit pretty much all European cars. So you won't have any trouble trying to fit this bracket into any existing holes. All the hardware is custom made, so they're all in stainless steel at the right length, so you know you got to get it right the first time. When it comes to front mounting, we also sell a range of delete kits. What that means is if you have a big European holder like that, we can swap it out for something like this, and we have a huge range of delete kits for various cars to get a much cleaner look when it comes to mounting a Euro plates. So as I was saying, there's two ways to install this. Let's go over method number one, which is tape only. So what we provide are 4 3M double-sided tape squares. Now this is not just any double-sided tape, this is like commercial grade automotive use, so it's very strong. But the secret is this, we provide you with 3M adhesion promoter. This is gonna help the double-sided tape bond to the bracket and the tape much more securely, and that's how European manufacturers stick on spoilers on cars. We also give you alcohol wipes, so if you ever use the plate, this will clean up and prep the plates first before you stick it onto the bracket. This method is just as strong and secure as tape. When it comes to removal, we will have a removal kit, which is basically heat and a bit of fishing wire to cut the tape so you can reuse the bracket onto your next car. I'll go through in detail on where we'd like to put the tape and how to tape it on the car in a bit more detail later in this video. The next method is to mechanically fasten it to your car. So how that works is we provide you a very accurate drilling template which will mark out the 4 locations where the mounting points are on our bracket. So the way it works is you line up the template, you mark out the holes, expand the holes so you can fit our custom-made stainless steel screws to bolt onto the bracket. So that way you have a strong, secure and mechanical fixing to your car. If you feel the need, you can also add the double-sided tape onto the bracket to stop any rattling or movement of the plate when it comes to opening and closing your boot lid. Once you drill out the hole, you can put your fasteners in like that and attach it to our bracket to get a finish that looks like that. So our flow brackets is not only about the bracket, we're trying to provide the best possible mounting solution using our range of adapters, accessories, and also through design, and trying not to compromise on quality so we can give you the best possible solution to suit every car. So with that out of the way, I'll show you how to get these plates onto the Tiguan behind me to give you an insight on how it all works. So I've got a Volkswagen Tiguan here. This is a very good example of what a typical installation will look like. The first step is to remove any hardware and existing number plate. This one's a little bit wonky, but our bracket will fix that. Take off the plate, any hardware, and you start with the factory holes. So now that we can see the factory mounting points on our Volkswagen, all you gotta do is line up the hole with our bracket. Now every car is gonna be a little bit different, but that's why our bracket's good, because like I said before, all the mounting points have been designed into the bracket. So all you gotta do is line the bolt with the hole in the car, put it through the bracket. I'm gonna do something a little bit extra. I'm gonna also grab the included spacers, so that way the bracket has a nice little floating effect, so it doesn't look like it's just stuck on the car. So first, I'm going to show you how to mount a number plate using bolts. So what I did was I used a template, mark out the hole, drill a small hole, and expanded the hole big enough to fit the bolt through. And then you can just mount it straight to the car. I also like to put a little bit of tape just in the middle and peel it, so that way it just prevents any unnecessary rattling every time you close and open the boot. So put it on and bolt it in. Now let's talk about taping on your plates to our brackets. So as I said before, the whole idea is not to tape the bracket directly to the car because you're going to damage the paint. So the double-sided tape that we provide, I like to put it in these locations. So in the center, here, and on the corners. But the secret is the primer. As I mentioned before, you want to prime both surfaces so that way you get the strongest bond possible. So all you got to do, crack the primer, apply it to where the tape will be. Don't forget the corners. And apply the tape. Just remember, don't apply the tape over the bolts because then, you know, when you need to remove it, it's gonna be a bit tricky. So I'm ready to stick on the plates now. I've primed both sides. I've applied this tape. Now you do get 4 bits, so I put 3 in the middle and I've cut up the 4 white into little bits into the corner. Now, all you got to stick on, hold a bit of pressure and let it bond. now that we have a number plate onto the car, for those that want to add a bit of protection to the plate, we do sell Ultrex number plate covers. We have noticed that some other brands don't have the accommodated provisions to accept the number plate clips. We have, so now we can fit the number plate covers directly to the car to complete the installation. If you made it to the end of the video, you've noticed by now that we put a lot of thought not only into mounting the plate, but also our kit. So through our design and manufacturing processes, we try to be the very best in the industry. So if you need any help, please reach out, and I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching.